Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yatha Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Saganaraganatambitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitam Scha Om Ajnana Timarandasha Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo Gaurva Bhishtam Supurakam Guruganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Varatanam Bhakyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Premna Vibija Pradam Devam Divyatanam Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Marega Sharanam Nyashishvara Shridharam Banshya Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavenebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupad. This is Madhya-lila chapter 13, the ecstatic dancing of the Lord at Ratha-yatra. And begin with verse number 51. Shatatai Bule Prabhu Hari Hari Boli Jaya Jagannath Bolan Hasta Juga Tuli. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wandered through all 7 groups chanting the holy name, Hari Hari. Raising his arms, he shouted, all glories to Lord Jagannath. Jai Jagannath. Arek Shakti Prabhu Korila Prakash Ekale Shatatai Korila Bilas. Lord Chaitanya then exhibited another mystic power by performing pastimes simultaneously in all 7 groups. Sabeko he Prabhu Achan Mora Sampradaya Anyatai Nahi Jana Amare Dayara. Everyone said, Lord Chaitanya is present in my group. Indeed, he does not go anywhere else. He is bestowing his mercy upon us. Keho lakite nare prabhura achintya shakti antaranga bhakta jane jarash shuddha bhakti. Actually, no one could see the inconceivable potency of the Lord. Only the most confidential devotees, those in pure, unalloyed devotional service, could understand. Kirtan deke Jagannath harashita, Sankirtan deke Ratha Koriya stagita. Lord Jagannath was very pleased by the Sankirtan, and he brought his car to a standstill just to see the performance. Prataparudra hoila parama vishmoy Dekite Vivasa Raja Hoila Premamoy. King Prataparudra was also astonished to see the Sankirtan. He became inactive, or he became stunned and was converted to ecstatic love of Krishna. Kashi Mishra Kohe Raja Prabhura Mahima Kashi Mishra Kohe Tomar Bhagyara Nahisima. When the king informed Kashi Mishra the glories of the Lord, Kashi Mishra replied, O king, your fortune has no limit. Sarvabhauma Sange Raja Kore Taratari Arakeho Nahi Jane Chaitanya Rachuri. The king and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya were both aware of the Lord's activities, but no one else could see the tricks of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaritara Kripa se Jani Vare Pare Kripa Vina Ramadeka Jani Vare Nare. Only a person who has received the mercy of the Lord can understand Without the Lord's mercy, even the demigods headed by Lord Brahma cannot understand. Raja Ratucha Seva Deki Prabhura Tushtaman Seta Prasade Paila Rahasya Darshan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had been very satisfied to see the king accept the menial task of sweeping the street, and for this humility the king received the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He could therefore observe the mystery of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. The mystery of Lord Chaitanya's activities is described by Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur. Lord Jagannath was astonished to see the transcendental dancing and chanting of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he stopped his car just to see the dancing. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then danced in such a mystic way that he pleased Lord Jagannath. The seer and the dancer were one and the same Supreme Person, but the Lord, being one and many at the same time, was exhibiting the variegatedness of his pastimes. This is the meaning behind his mysterious exhibition. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the king could understand how the two of them were enjoying each other's activities. Another mysterious exhibition was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's simultaneous presence in 7 groups. By the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the king could understand that also. Sakatena deya deka paroketa doya kebujite pare Chaitanya Chandraramaya. Although the king had been refused an interview, had been refused darshan of the Lord, he was indirectly bestowed causeless mercy. Who can understand the internal potency of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was playing the part of a world teacher, he did not agree to see the king because a king is a mundane person interested in money and women. Indeed, the very word king suggests one who is always surrounded by money and women. As a sannyasi, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was afraid of both money and women. The very word king is repugnant to one who is in the renounced order of life. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused to see the king, but indirectly, by the Lord's causeless mercy, the king was able to understand the Lord's mysterious activities. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's activities were exhibited sometimes to reveal him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and sometimes to show him as a devotee. Both kinds of activities are mysterious and appreciated only by pure devotees. Sarvabhauma Kashi Mishra Dui Mahashai Rajare Prashada Deki Hoila Vishmoy. When the two great personalities, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Kashi Mishra, saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless mercy upon the king, they were astonished. E Madhya-lila Prabhu Koila Katakan Apane Gayena Nachana Nijabhaktagan. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed his pastimes for some time in this way. He personally sang and induced his personal associates to dance. Kabu ek murti kabu hana bahu murti karya anurupa prabhu prakashaye shakti. According to his need, the Lord sometimes exhibited one form and sometimes many. This was being executed by his internal potency. Lila Beshe Prabhur Nahi Nijanu Sandan Ichajani Lila Shakti Kore Samadan. Indeed, the personality of God had forgot himself in the course of his transcendental pastimes, but his internal potency, Lila Shakti, knowing the intentions of the Lord, made all arrangements. Purve Chaiche Rasadi Lila Koila Vrindavane Alokika Lila Gora Koila Kane Kane. Just as Sri Krishna formerly performed the Ratha-yatra dance and other pastimes at Vrindavan, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed uncommon pastimes moment after moment. Bhaktagan Anubhave Nahi Janayan, Sri Bhagavat Shastra Nahate Praman. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's dancing before the Ratha-yatra car, could be perceived only by pure devotees. Others could not understand. Descriptions of Lord Krishna's uncommon dancing can be found in the revealed scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam. Emata Mahaprabhu Kore Nritya Range Bashaila Bashi Emata Mahaprabhu Kore Nritya Range Bashaila Sablok Primara Tarange. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in great jubilation and inundated all the people with waves of ecstatic love. Emata Hoila Krishnera Rate Arohan Tarage Prabhu Nachaila Bhaktagan. Thus Lord Jagannath mounted his car, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inspired all his devotees to dance in front of it. Ageshuna Jagannather Gundicha Gaman Tara Age Prabhu Jaiche Korila Nartan. Now please hear about Lord Jagannath's going to the Gundicha temple while Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced before the Rath car. Emata Kirtan Prabhu Korila Katakan Apana Ujoge Nachaila Bhaktagan. The Lord performed kirtan for some time and through his own endeavor inspired all the devotees to dance. Apane nachite tabe prabhuramana hoila shata sampradaya tabe ekatra korila. When the Lord himself wanted to dance, all 7 groups combined together. Srivas Ramai Raghu Govinda Mukunda Haridas Govinda Nanda Madhava Govinda. The Lord's devotees, including Srivas, Ramai, Raghu, Govindan, Mukunda, Haridas, Govindananda, Madhava and Govinda all combined together. Udandanritye Prabhur Jabe Hoilaman Swarupera Sangedila E Nabajan. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu desired to jump high while dancing, he placed these 9 people in the charge of Swarup Damodar. Edashajan Prabhura Sange Gaya Dhyai Arasab Sampradaya Chare Dike Gai. These devotees, Swarup Damodar and the devotees in his charge, sang along with the Lord, and they also ran behind him. All the other groups of men also sang. Dandavad Hari Prabhu Jure Duihat. Dandavad Kore Prabhu Jure Duihat. Urdhvamuke Stuti Kore Deki Jagannath. Offering obeisances to the Lord with folded hands, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised his face toward Jagannath and prayed as follows. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Itaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namo. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna, who is the worshipable deity for all Brahminical men, who is the well-wisher of cows and Brahmins, and who is always benefiting the whole world. I offer my respectful obeisances to the personality of Godhead known as Krishna and Govinda. Jayati Jayati Devo Devaki Nandanandosho Jayati Jayati Krishno Vrishni Vamsha Pradipaha Jayati Jayati Mega Shamala Komalango Jayati Jayati Prativibara Nasha Makunda. All glories unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as the Son of Devaki. All glories to the Supreme Person, who is known as the light of the dynasty of Vrishni. All glories to He whose bodily luster is like that of a new cloud, and whose body is as soft as a lotus flower. All glories to He who appeared on this planet to deliver the world from the burden of demons and who can offer liberation to everyone. It's from the Mukunda Mala. Jayati Jana Nivasho Devaki Janma Bado Yadubara Parishat Svar Dorbir Ashan Adharmam Stirachara Brijina Gna Susmita Shri Mukhena Brajapura Vanitanam Vardayan Kamadevam. Lord Sri Krishna is He who is known as Jananivas, the ultimate resort of all living entities, and who is also known as Devaki Nandana, or Yashoda Nandana, the sons of Devaki and Yashoda. The son of Devaki and Yashoda. He is the guide of the Yadu dynasty, and with his mighty arms he kills everything inauspicious as well as every man who is impious. By his presence he destroys all things inauspicious for all living entities, moving and inert. His blissful, smiling face always increases the lusty desires of the gopis of Vrindavan. May he be all glorious and happy. Naham vipro nacha narapatir napi vaishyo nashudro naham varni nacha griyapatir no vanasto yatirva kintu prodyan nikila paramananda purnamritabder gopi bartu para kamalayor Dasha Dashanudashaha. I am not a Brahmin, I am not a Kshatriya, I am not a Vaishya or a Shudra, nor am I a Brahmachari, a householder, a Vanaprastha or a sannyasi. I identify myself only as the servant of the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna, the maintainer of the gopis. He is like an ocean of nectar, and he is the cause of universal transcendental bliss. He is always existing with brilliance or with luster. Okay. Eta pare punarapi korela pranam jodahate bhakta gana bande bhagavan. Having recited all these verses from scripture, the Lord again offered his obeisances, and all the devotees with folded hands also offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This wasn't on. Udandanritya Prabhu, Udandanrityu. Okay. Having recited all these verses from Scripture, the Lord again offered his obeisances, and all the devotees with folded hands also offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Udandanritya Prabhu Koriya Hunkar Chakra Brahmi Brahme Jaiche Alata Akar. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, roaring like thunder and moving in a circle like a wheel, he appeared like a circling firebrand. If a burning cinder or a firebrand is whirled about very swiftly, it gives the appearance of a circle of fire. This is called alata akara or alata chakra. a firebrand circle. This whole circle is not actually made of fire, but is a single fire in motion. Similarly, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a single personality, but when he danced and jumped high in a circle, he appeared like the Ratha-yatra. That is, if you take some, this is a mosquito. If you take some burning wood, especially at night, and if you twirl it in a circle, it looks like a circle of fire. That's a Ratha-yatra. Nritya, and Mahaprabhu is moving, dancing, and going, and he appears like that circle of fire. Nritya Prabhur Jahan Jaha Pade Pade Dal Sasagara Shaila Mahi Koretalama. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stepped while dancing, the whole earth with its hills and seas appeared to tilt. Stamba Sveda Pulaka Ashru Kampa Vaivarnya Nanababe Vivashata Garva Harshadonya. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced, he displayed various blissful transcendental changes in his body. Sometimes he appeared as though stunned. Sometimes the hairs of his body stood on end. Sometimes he perspired, cried, trembled, and changed color. And sometimes he exhibited symptoms of helplessness, pride, exuberance, and humility. These are all ecstatic symptoms that Mahaprabhu is showing so many ecstatic symptoms while he's dancing. Acharakana pare bhume gadi jai suvarna parvata jai jaiche bhumete lotai. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell down with a crash while dancing, he would roll on the ground. At such times, it appeared that a golden mountain was rolling on the ground. Nityananda Prabhu Dui Hata Prasharya Prabhure Dorite Chahe Asha Pashadaya. Nityananda Prabhu would stretch out his two hands and try to catch the Lord when he was running here and there. Prabhupache Bule Acharya Koriya Hunkar Haribo Haribo Bole Bar Bar. Advaitacharya would walk behind the Lord and loudly chant Haribo Haribo again and again. Loka Nivarite Hoila Tina Manda Pratama Mandale Nityananda Mahabal. Just to check the crowds from coming too near the Lord, the devotees formed three circles. The first circle was guided by Nityananda Prabhu, who is Balaram himself, the possessor of great strength. Kashishvara Govindari Jata Bhaktagan Hata Hati Kore Hoila Dhritiya Avaran. All the devotees, headed by Kashishvara and Govinda, linked hands and formed a second circle around the Lord. First circle was guided by Nityananda Prabhu. The second circle is all the devotees headed by Kashishvara and Govinda linked hands and formed a second circle around the Lord. Bahire Prataparudra Loya Patragan Mandala Hana Kore Loka Nivaran. Maharaj Prataparudra and his personal assistants formed a third circle around the two inner circles just to check the crowds from coming too near. So now when we were in Puri, they also had these circles around the Jagannath car. One of the circles had policemen with sticks to make sure that people didn't get too close. Harichandaner Skandeya Hasta Alambia Prabhuranritya Deke Rajavishta Hoya. With his hands on the shoulders of Harichanda, Maharaj Prataparudra could see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dancing, and the king felt great ecstasy. Hinakale Srinivasa Prema Vishtaman Rajara Age Rahi Deke Prabhura Nartan. While the king beheld the dancing, Srivas Thakur, standing in front of him, became ecstatic as he saw the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Rajara Age Harichandan Deke Srinivas Haste Tare Sparshiko He How Egpash. Seeing Srivas Thakur standing before the king, Harichanda touched Srivas with his hand and requested him to step aside. So Srivas Thakur, he's in ecstasy, but he's standing right in front of the king. So Harichanda is a servant of the king, and he's trying to get Srivas Thakur to move. So he keeps touching him. Nritya Beshe Srinivas Kichurina Jane Bar Bar Tele Teho Kroda Hoila Mane. Absorbed in watching Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance, Srivas Thakur could not understand why he was being touched and pushed. After he was pushed again and again, he became angry. Because he's standing in front of the king and he's in ecstasy. So even though Harichandan, the king's servant, is trying to get Srivas Thakur to move, he doesn't. He's just watching Mahaprabhu, and he can't understand why somebody keeps pushing him, poking him. Chapara Maria Tareo Koila Nivaran Chapara Kana Kruda Hoila Harichandan. Srivas Thakur slapped Harichandan to stop him from pushing him. In turn, this made Harichandan angry. Kruda Hoya Tare Kichu Chahe Bolibare Apane Prataparudra Nivarila Tare. As the angered Harichandan was about to speak to Srivas Thakur, Prataparudra Maharaj personally stopped him. Bhagavan Tumi Ihara Hasta Sparsha Paila Amara Bhagye Nahi Tumi Kritarta Hoila. Maharaj Prataparudra said, "You are very fortunate, for you have been graced by the touch of Srivas Thakur. I am not so fortunate. You should feel obliged to him." Prabhura Nritya Deki Loke Hoila Chamatkar Anya Chuk Jagannath Anandapar. Everyone was astonished by the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and even Lord Jagannath became extremely happy to see him. Rata stira koila age na kore gaman animisha netre kore nritya darashan. The car came to a complete standstill and remained immobile while Lord Jagannath, with unblinking eyes, watched the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Subhadra Balaramer Hridaye Ulas Nrityadeke Dui Janar Shrim Mukete Has. The goddess of fortune, Subhadra, and Lord Balaram both felt great happiness and ecstasy within their hearts. Indeed, they were seen smiling at the dancing. Udanda Nritya Prabhur Adbhuta Bikar Ashta Satvika Baba Udaya Hoy Samadkao. When Mahaprabhu danced and jumped high, 8 wonderful transformations indicative of divine ecstasy were seen in his body. All these symptoms were visible simultaneously. Mamsha Brana Chama Roma Brinda Pulakita Simulira Briktajena Kandaka Beshtita. His skin erupted with goose pimples, and the hairs of his body stood on end. His body resembled a simile, or silk cotton tree, all covered with thorns. Ek dan terakampa dekite lage bai, loke jane dan dasa bashia padai, Indeed, the people became afraid just to see his teeth chatter, and they even thought that his teeth would fall out. Sarvange pras veda chute tate raptogama jagagaga jajagaga gadgadabachan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's whole body flowed with perspiration and at the same time oozed blood. He made the sounds jajagaga jajagaga in a voice choked with ecstasy. So Mahaprabhu is in such ecstasy, he can't say Jagannath. He just keeps saying jajagaga jajagaga like that. Jala yantra dara jaiche bahe ashujal ashapashe log jata bujila sakal. Tears came forcibly from the eyes of the Lord as if from a syringe, and all the people surrounding him became wet. Dehakante Goravarna Dekiye Aruna Kabukante Deki Jena Malika Pushpasama. Everyone saw the complexion of his body change from white to pink so that his luster resembled that of the Malika flower. Kabu Stamba Kabu Prabhu Bhumiti Lotai Shushka Kashta Samapara Hastanachalai Kabu Stamba Kabu Prabhu Bhumite Lotai Shushka Kashta Samapara Hastanachalai. Sometimes he appeared stunned, and sometimes he rolled on the ground. Indeed, sometimes his legs and hands became as hard as dry wood, and he did not move. Kabu bume pare kabu shvasa hoy hina jahadeki bhakti ganer pranahoy kina. When the Lord fell to the ground, sometimes his breathing almost stopped. When the devotees saw this, their lives also became very feeble. Kabonetre nashai jala mukhe parepena amritera dara chandra bimbe bahe jena. Water flowed from his eyes and sometimes through his nostrils, and foam fell from his mouth. Those flowings appeared to be torrents of nectar descending from the moon. Sefena loya Subhananda Koilapan Krishna Prema Rasika Teho Mahabhagyavan. The foam that fell from the mouth of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was taken and drunk by Shubhananda because he was very fortunate and expert in relishing the mellow of ecstatic love of Krishna. So Mahaprabhu would not let anybody grab that foam or water that's coming from his eyes or his nostrils, or from his mouth. But Shubhananda could get that. He knew how. He was expert in doing that. If somebody else did that, it would anger Mahaprabhu, but he knew how to do it so that Mahaprabhu wouldn't notice so much he'd get angry. Emata Tandava Nritya Koila Katakan Baba Visheshe Prabhor Praveshilaman. After Mahaprabhu had performed his devastating dance for some time, his mind entered into a mood of ecstatic love. So first his dance was devastating, but then he became absorbed in ecstatic love. Tandavanritya chari swarupere agyadila ridoya jhaniya swarup gaite lagila. After abandoning the dancing, the Lord ordered Swarup Damodar to sing. Understanding his mind, Swarup Damodar began to sing as follows. Seta Parana Nata Painu Jahalage Marana Dahane Juri Genu. Now I have gained the Lord of my life, in the absence of whom I was being burned by Cupid and was withering away. This song refers to Srimati Radharani's meeting with Krishna at the holy place of Kurukshetra, where Lord Sri Krishna and his brother and sister came to visit when there was a solar eclipse. It is a song of separation from Krishna. When Radharani met Krishna at Kurukshetra, she remembered his intimate association in Vrindavan, and she thought, now I have gained the Lord of my life. In his absence I was being burned by the arrow of Cupid, and thus I was withering away. Now I have my life again. So this is Mahaprabhu's special mood, but he's singing this, and no one can understand the meaning. It's all happening during Ratha-yatra, when there are so many people there, and then Mahaprabhu's singing this song. And E Duya Uchai Sware Gaya Damodar Anande Madhura Nritya Korana Ishvar. When this refrain was loudly sung by Swarup Damodar, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again began rhythmically dancing in transcendental bliss. So it's apparently the song of Swarup Damodar singing, but it's a song which Mahaprabhu can identify with as Srimati Radharani's separation from Krishna. But the whole tone of it is of a woman feeling some happiness at being reunited with her lover, but no one can understand why this is being sung during Ratha-yatra. There's so many people there. But this is the mood. The mood of this song is the mood of Srimati Radharani again seeing Krishna after so long separation, when they all came, when the residents of Vrindavan came and the residents of Dwaruka came to meet together during the time of a solar eclipse. So, Dire Dire Jagannath Koranagaman Agenetya Kore Chalan Sachiranandan. The car of Lord Jagannath began to move slowly while the son of Mother Sachi went ahead and danced in front. Jagannath Netradiya Savenache Gai Kirtaniya Saha Prabhu Pache Pache Jai. While dancing and singing, all the devotees in front of Lord Jagannath kept their eyes on him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then went to the end of the procession with the Sankirtan performers. Jagannath Magna Prabhur Nayana Hridoy Shri Hasta Juge Kore Gitera Abhinoy. His eyes and mind fully absorbed in Lord Jagannath, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to play the drama of the song with his two arms. Gora Jari Pache Chale Shama Hoy Stire Gora Age Chale Shama Chale Dire Dire. So Mahaprabhu is expressing all this with his arms while dancing. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dramatically enacting the song, he would sometimes fall behind in the procession. At such times, Lord Jagannath would cause his car to come to a standstill. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again went forward, Lord Jagannath's car would slowly start again. E mata gora shame dohe tela teli swarate shamere rake goram mahabali. Thus there was a sword of competition between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Jagannath in seeing who would lead. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so strong that he made Lord Jagannath wait in his car. In his Anubhashya, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur describes the ecstasy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as follows. After giving up the company of the gopis in Vrindavan, Sri Krishna, the son of Maharaj Nanda, engaged in his pastimes at Dwarka. When Krishna went to Kurukshetra with his brother and sister and others from Dwarka, he again met the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Bhava Duty Suvalita. That is, Krishna himself assuming the part of Srimati Radharani in order to understand Krishna. Lord Jagannath Dev is Krishna, and Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Srimati Radharani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's leading Lord Jagannath toward the Gundicha temple corresponded to Srimati Radharani leading Krishna toward Vrindavan. Sri Kshetra, Jagannath Puri, was taken as the kingdom of Daruka, the place where Krishna enjoys supreme opulence. But he was being led by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Vrindavan, the simple village where all the residents are filled with ecstatic love for Krishna. Sri Kshetra is a place of Aishwarya-lila, just as Vrindavan is the place of Madhurya-lila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's following at the rear of the Rath indicated that Lord Jagannath, Krishna, was forgetting the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Although Krishna neglected the inhabitants of Vrindavan, he could not forget them. Thus, in his opulent Ratha-yatra, he was returning to Vrindavan. In the role of Srimati Radharani, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was examining whether the Lord still remembered the inhabitants of Vrindavan. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu fell behind the Rath car, Jagannath Dev, Krishna himself, understood the mind of Srimati Radharani. Therefore, Jagannath sometimes fell behind the dancing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to indicate to Srimati Radharani that he had not forgotten. Thus, Lord Jagannath would stop the forward march of the Rath and wait at a standstill. In this way, Lord Jagannath agreed that without the ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, he could not feel satisfied. While Jagannath was thus waiting, Gaurasundar, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his ecstasy of Srimati Radharani, immediately came forward to Krishna. At such times, Lord Jagannath would proceed ahead very slowly. These competitive exchanges were all part of the love affair between Krishna and Srimati Radharani. In that competition between Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy for Jagannath and Jagannath's ecstasy for Srimati Radharani, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emerged successful. Nachite nachite Prabhur hoila bhavantar hastatule shloka pare kore uchai swar. While Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, his ecstasy changed. Raising his two arms, he began to recite the following verse in a loud voice. Ya Komara Harasa Eva Eve Varastha Eva Chaitra Chapais Te Chonmilita Malati Surabhya Surabhaya Proda Karambanila Nachaivasmi Tatapi Tatras Surata Vyapura Lila Vido Reva Rodasi Vedasi Taru Tale Cheta Samutkantatai Yakumara Harasaiva Ivarastaiva Chaitra Chapas Te Chonmilita Malati Surabhaya Proda Karambani Laha Na Chaivasmi Tatapi Tatra Surata Vyapara Lila Vido Reva Rodasi Vedasi Tarutale Cheta Samutkandate. That very personality who stole away my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vedasi tree. That is my desire. So this is very not easily understood by persons, of a woman singing about coming again, finding her lover. This is Mahaprabhu's mood during Ratha-yatra, and people who would expect, who could think, who could understand that this song going on like this way during Ratha-yatra, in front of the car of Jagannath. Ishloka Mahaprabhu Pare Bar Bar Sarubina Artakeho Najane Ihar. This verse was recited by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again and again, but for Swarup Damodar no one could understand its meaning. Shlokarta Purve Kori Jachi Vyakyan Shlokara Bhavarta Kori Sankepi Akyan. I have briefly explained this verse. Now I have already explained this verse. Now I shall simply describe it in brief. So tomorrow I'm going to continue with this description. The understanding of this verse will be okay. Did you sing? No, you didn't sing. Okay, so sing. First we'll sing Hari Haraya, then we'll sing Hari Haraya first, and then we'll sing Sri Hari Vasari Giti. Sri Hari Vasari Giti. Hari Kirtana Vidan. Okay. It's I think 267. 267. So first I'll sing Hari Harai, then I'll sing that. They go together good. The same tune. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama. Jaravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama. Haravaya Maravaya Keshavaya Nama. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan. Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhaktivedanta. Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gora Bhaktivedanta. Jairupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath. Jairupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath. Echa Gosai Kori Cha Jahoite Vignana Shabishta Puran. Jahoite Vignana Shabishta Puran. Echai Gosai Jar Muitaradas. Echai Gosai Jar Muitaradas. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras. Tasabar Pada Renu Mora Panchagras. Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas. Tader Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanivas. Janame More Abhilas. Janame More Abhilas. Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas. Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Majayi Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pare Majayi Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narathamudas. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narathamudas. Shri Hari Vasari Hari Kirtana Vidan. Shri Hari Vasari Hari Kirtana Vidan. Nityaram Bila Prabhu Jagat Teraphan. Nityaram Bila Prabhu Jagat Teraphan. Punyavanta Shiva Sangane Shubharamba. Punyavanta Shiva Sangane Shubharamba. Utilo Kirtana Dhwani Gopala Govinda. Utilo Kirtana Dhwani Gopala Govinda. Mridanga Mandira Bhaje Shankakarato. Mridanga Mandira Bhaje Shankakarato. Sankirtana Sange Sab Hoilo Misha. Sankirtana Sange Sab Hoilo Misha. Brahmande Utilo Dwani Puriya Akasha. Brahmande Utilo Dwani Puriya Akasha. Shodikera Amangala Jaya Sabanasha. Shodikera Amangala Jaya Sabanasha. Chaturvike Shri Hari Mangala Sankirtan. Chaturvike Shri Hari Mangala Sankirtan. Modyenache Jagannatha Misharaj Nandan. Modyenache Jagannatha Misharaj Nandan. Sabara Angete Shove Sri Chandana Mala. Sabara Angete Shove Sri Chandana Mala. Anande Nachoye Sobe Hoye Dibola. Anande Nachoye Sobe Hoye Dibola. Nijanande Nache Mahaprabhu Vishwambar. Nijanande Nache Mahaprabhu Vishwambar. Sharanara Tale Shuni Ate Manohar. Sharanara Tale Shuni Ate Manohar. Baba Veshe Malanahe Lohaya Gelaya. Baba Veshe Malanahe Lohaya Gelaya. Chindiya Paraye Giya Bhakatera Gaya. Chindiya Paraye Jaramanande Shiva Vasanana Jane Jarara Senache Shiva Senache Apone Jaraname Baumiki Hoilo Itapadana Jaraname Baumiki Hoilo Itapadana Jaraname Ajamilo Vaishala Paila Mochana Jaraname Ajamilo Paila Mochana Jaraname Shavane Samsara Banda Guche Jaraname Shavane Samsara Banda Guche Heno Prabhu Avatari Kali Jugi Nache Heno Prabhu Avatari Kali Jugi Nache Jaranama Loy Shuka Narada Bedaya Jaranama Loy Shuka Narada Bedaya Sasabadana Prabhu Jara Guna Gaya Sasabadana Prabhu Jara Guna Gaya Sarva Mahapraya Sutta Jai Prabhu Ramana Sarva Mahapraya Sutta Jai Prabhu Ramana Jai Prabhu Nachaya Jati Jata Bhagavana Jai Prabhu Nachaya Jati Jata Bhagavana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chandajana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chandajana Vrindavana Dasa Tuchu Parachugana Vrindavana Dasa Tuchu Parachugana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chandajana Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Chandajana Vrindavana Dasa Tuchu Parachugana Vrindavana Dasa Tuchu Parachugana Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Sa Parikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Tilak Niraya Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Nirmawacharya Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki Jai. Rupanuka Guru Bharga ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Dasha Raghunath Sad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Premsigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasri Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Srila Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Jai Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad ki Jai. Jai Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu ki Jai. Vishvaparenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupad ki Jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Kusham Ashram Maharaj ki Jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. Jai Sri Bhakti Ranjan Madhusuda Maharaj ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamunu Jo ki Jai. Shri Purushottam Madham ki Jai. Baladev Subhadra Jagannath Jo ki Jai. Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsingadev ki Jai. Bhakta Prabhara Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai.
Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj ki Jai.
Gaur Shri Akadasi Upavas ki Jai. Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol. Yes.